All right, part one of post-game. Philip and I are leaving the stadium at Horatio now as the Horatio Lions fall at home tonight to the
Genoa Central Dragons.
Genoa Central Dragons, 28-14. Thoughts on the game?
They're a year away.
Yeah.
Next year, this time they're solid in the
Playoff hunt.
This year is just, I mean, you've got, it's baby steps. I mean, you can't, it's possible to completely turn a team around in 1 year, but it's not likely.
We've seen it happen. It's just, the offense needs to take another step forward.
In Lance Castleman's defense, it's a lot to turn around. You're turning around a whole program. You're just not retraining your offense, your defense. You've got to.
You got to start from the ground up.
You got to start from the ground up. You've had over 2 years of a long skid.
You've had a year, and you haven't even been here a year and a half.
Yeah, you haven't been here a year and a half. One thing that I think that Lance has got to look at in building his 2022 squad is he's gonna have to recruit. He's gonna have to look out there in his student population, and he's gonna have to talk to some kids and talk to them about going out for football. He needs more bodies.
Yes.
He needs more bodies. They don't have to be fantastic athletes. They just need to be good athletes, and he needs bodies on the field.
He needs bodies. Now, you don't have to be good athletes. You can put some beef on them in the weight room in January.
Well, I say good athletes. They just need to be able to do the job.
Yeah.
They don't have to be stars, but they need to be able to get out there. They need to run up and down the field and do their job, whether it's blocking or tackling. And if you do that, if you can expand your squad, he's running like 22 this year.
24, 25-ish.
Yeah, 24, 25-ish. If he can get that squad up to about 35 or 40,
yeah,
I think then you're looking at good, solid second
30
half.
to 35 would be about the best number possible.
Yeah. If he could increase that number, up to about 30, 35, I think he would. I think he'd be a vast improvement for his program. I mean, you had what's his name that we were talking about that went out for basketball?
Marsden.
Yeah, Marsden dropped football altogether and just went basketball. I mean, because 2 years of getting killed. I mean, you didn't want to do it anymore. I mean, who can blame him? But you've turned your program around. You've got some wins under you. You're very competitive. I think
you've gotten blown out twice maybe. Foul was a fluke, and
right.
No, you were in the foul game, weren't you? No, you got Center Point.
Yeah.
Center Point
was a blowout,
and that wasn't his fault. That was first week back after a COVID quarantine, so you were going to be rusty.
That was a rust, and then who was it that beat us here?
Bismarck.
Yeah, you got beat by Bismarck more than what I'd anticipated. But those are really the only two games that kind of got away from you. The other games, even in those games, relative to what we were in the last 2 years, you were competitive.
Yeah, the only problem at Bismarck was Jessieville or Center Point was the weather was bad. It was raining,
and you're coming off of a week
of rust.
Yeah, a week of rust. So, yeah, no, I'm totally with that. But yeah, you're a year away. You get some recruiting in, you get some extra bodies. If you get some decent input from your freshmen coming up this year to be sophomores,
yes,
you're going to be returning Grayson Porter. He's going to be a junior after a year's worth of experience as a sophomore. He's going to be bringing a lot more to the table.
He doesn't make the sophomore mistakes, throw interceptions at bad times, stuff like that.
Jason Hankins, I think, is a senior.
Yeah, so he's gone.
So you'll lose him. Alexis Ramirez is a junior, I think.
I think so. We'll pull the roster up later and we'll figure out.
Back. So you're returning some guys. You're returning some talent. If you get a little bit of input from your from your freshmen this year, they'll be sophomores. Like I said, just a little bit of recruiting, man. I think you got a really solid team next year.